Individual development plan. This is a detailed tool which helps us to develop some skills for our teammates and make sure that they will grow in the company. You can do individual development plan in two situations. The first one, when the person already willing to grow in the company and he's telling you about it. And the second one, when you see that your person is for a long time in the company and there is time for him to grow, or for example, you see there are a lack of some competences, some skills, and you would like to improve it. So in these two cases, you need to conduct individual development plan for your teammate. How do we usually do it? We plan the meeting with this person. Usually it takes around 30, 40 minutes. For the meeting, we prepare ourselves as well. First of all, you need to analyze his work and think what are his strengths and what are his points of growth. You need to memorize all work days with this person, find something what he did great, something what could be better. Also, you can find some feedback. Also, you can collect some feedback from his teammates, and you also can use it later. When you see each other, you need to talk with your teammate and ask him in general questions. How does he feel himself? How in general his mood in the company? What he would like to do? Do he see himself in the company and how exactly would he likes to grow or not? These first questions help to start the meeting. You definitely need to do it together. You cannot do it alone and later come to the person and say, I did individual development plan for you and you just need to follow it. You need to do it together because person needs to understand why. So you need to motivate your person to really achieve some goals, to take some projects and tasks completed. Also, individual development plan can be done for your teammate after assessment center or after quarterly assessment which we do through Dodo Learning. Later, after these results, you can use individual development plan template, make a copy, and fill the copy file. How we work with this document? We place information about the name of our employee, his current job title, and your name, because you are his supervisor. Later, based on our results, we need to place exact competences and make individual development plan. Again, we came back here, checking our scores. We see that there is something, the yellow one, achieving results. So we are going here in our individual development plan again. And our competence, the first one, will be achieving results. Later, we are going to talk which exactly project or tasks need to be done for 3 months. If you don't know what it can be, you can open the next tab, development actions, and here you have some examples. Based on exact role, you can do different tasks. For example, if your person for now is barista, but you see him as a future trainer barista, you can choose something for him as a barista here. And in our case, achieving results will be mostly already for barista expert. In my document, I mentioned that this person is trainer. So I can use the filter, choose only trainer tasks, and check what we have here. Check development actions and choose something that, as you can see, can be more interesting for the person with whom are you going to talk. Also, let's check every developmental action. As you can see, this is specific and clear. And this is important. You cannot ask him be more friendly because this is something unclear. You need to place exact goal to develop. Should be clear for you both. Like you need to measure the result and he also needs to understand what he achieves this goal. That's why as example here can be developmental actions, find list of 50 regular guests, give their names, favorite drinks and food, and some interesting facts about them. So it means that in the list there are less than 50 regular guests with facts about them. For now, this goal didn't achieved. But if the list will consist from 50 names with all detailed information about them, we can think that it was achieved. Choose the project or task with your teammate. Ask him what he would like to do and what he thinks can enhance his chances for this competence and what can develop his skills in this role. For example, you discuss it with your teammate, but he would like to choose this developmental activity, organize a competition in the coffee shop. So we are going back in template and place information here about it. Later, we need to place information how we are going to achieve these developmental activities. The most important part, please do not do the whole work for your teammate. Ask him questions. How does he see that he can achieve this result? Ask your teammate, how do you think you can finish this project? What do you need to do? And here he will start suggest some ideas. Listen to him and give some comments. Usually the first thought for achieving organizing a competition, it can be sent message in the chat about competition. And here, as we know, we just cannot send message in the chat. Honestly, it's almost the last part. So if your teammate is telling you something like that, you can ask him, okay, I agree with you, but before are you going to send some information? What exactly are you going to send? So asking him his question, you explain that you expect something more. And probably here, your teammate will explain like, okay, firstly, probably I will think what exactly going to be my competition, like what will it be. And for example, is saying like, choose the topic, latte art. Later, you ask him how are you going to evaluate, who is going to compete, and who will be the winner. So here you can add several extra developmental activities for this goal. For example, it can be write rules and regulations. Maybe if you're talking about some price, you also can add it here. Discuss the price with the leader or with you, I mean, or for example, count the budget, count expenses, choose the date and time. Only after this, you can send the message in the chat asking your teammates to join the competition. Next activity action is conduct the competition, and the last one, find the winner and share results. In deadline, you need to place exact information. You cannot place 1 week, it's too fast. You cannot place 6 months, it's too long. Usually we take 3 months, but also please do not place information just 3 months because it's again unclear. Place exact date when this achieving of result and this competition in our case should be done. Like everything should be done, prepared, conducted, and the winner also should know what he won. If you're talking about deadline in 3 months, probably because today is 29th of May, we can place information that the deadline should be 29th of August. Or you can make it more easy and place information like 1st of September. Result, it's what we expect from our employee, but we can be sure that he really achieved this goal and he developed this skill. As a result, competition is conducted and we have a winner in the coffee shop. Later, when you fill the whole form, you need to ask your teammate, is it clear? Did he understand what he needs to do? And you need to make sure that he really understands and he is ready to work on it. After you filled the first competence, you need to fill the second one, the last one. Do not place a lot of competences. Your teammate should be focused on 2. It will be easier for him to achieve the goals, because if you will do a lot of focuses for him, probably he won't finish something. But our goal do not do a lot of things. Our goal is to develop something and make sure that the result was achieved. Again, for example, we would like to choose the competence as an ownership. We see that this person could be a great leader in future and he really can do something for the coffee shop or for the team. So again, we open development actions and check some suggestions here. You can discuss also it with your teammate. Maybe he already has something in mind and he already has some development action he would like to do. Imagine it will be conduct external calibration for the team, product or service. For example, service. So we choose it and we already make more clear explanation which exactly calibration will it be. We placed it will be service. Later again we ask our person what he thinks needs to be done to conduct this calibration. And again, we place information about developmental activities. Again, it should be measurable, it should be clear, it should be specific. Choose the topic, prepare the presentation, choose the date and time, discuss with the leader the schedule, send the message in the chat, remind about the training before the X. The last one, conduct the training. And there is one important part. After conducting the training, the best way to make sure that it was not just conducted, but it gave some impact for the team, it's ask the feedback. And you can ask him, maybe you would like to ask the feedback from the participants. And this is actually also can help him to understand that he really achieved this goal and that he not just conducted the calibration, but it, for example, increased the service skills in this coffee shop. Again, we place deadline and place information about result. In this case, because we added information about the feedback, our result can be calibration is conducted and the feedback from every participant is received. In this case, it will be already more clear for our employee what exactly he needs to do to develop the skills. And in the end, when our employee, after 3 months, organize 2 serious projects like competition in the coffee shop and external calibration in the coffee shop, you can be sure that he will be way more confident in achieving results and in ownership because he started something by himself, he did it by himself, and he finished it by himself. And the way more important, you ask him to make analysis from his work, find positive side and negative side, something what he did well and something what should be better next time. And this overall helps the person again be more confident in his work and do new tasks. Several important things. If you do individual development plan, please plan in your calendar one-to-one meeting with this person. It should be regular meeting, at least one time per a month, because you cannot just give individual development plan and forget about it. You need to come back to the person, you need to track his results, his progress, and ask him how is going on the process in general, because he still needs a mentor. It's something new for him. Do not forget about him.